All right, we are live. All right. What's going on, guys? It's good to see everybody. It's been a few weeks. Haven't live streamed in, I think I've missed the past 2 weeks. Well, one of them I was at Foxtoberfest, so uh, that's just the way it is. So, welcome to the channel nonetheless. If you're new to the channel, we usually live stream every week, at least on Sunday. Sometimes we'll live stream more than once, but if you're just now getting into the channels, this is a Foxbody Mustang channel. And I want to give a big shout out real quick to the guys in green. You guys see the in the chat, green chat is a channel member. So if you're interested in supporting the channel, we have a join button below, something you guys can check out. So if you're interested in, so let's go ahead and wait for some people to get in here. Again, I apologize. I've been last Sunday was impossible to live stream as the traffic coming home from Foxtoberfest was unbearable, and we didn't get in until late. And I usually try to keep to the schedule of Sunday night, and I think the week before we were out of town or something like that. But what's up, Hanlon Motorsports? Big shout out to Hanlon Motorsports, one of our main sponsors on the channel. Again, I do apologize for not giving you guys a little bit of a heads up when we were going to live stream earlier this today or whatever, but I've been beating my head off the wall trying to get this stupid brake system in this car, and I think I got it pretty much tackled at this point. It wasn't easy. What's up, Broken Tool? What's up, Stang Man? What's everyone up to? Anyways, this is going to be kind of a we're just going to be floating on the topics that we talk about in our live stream today. So, obviously I like to talk Foxbody Mustang tech. So if there's some questions that you want answered, I will go on a rampage or rant or whatever you want to call it. And I'll give you an answer or whatever. So I usually talk too much about it anyway. So what's up, Jeff? What's up, James? So anyways, shout out to our sponsors. Handler Motorsports, Stiflers, just kind of trying to catch up with all my YouTube sponsorship stuff. We got who's the one we just picked up? Is it MAF Racing? That's right. I wanted to say it was MAF, but it's MAF Racing. You got Donnie B at Anderson Ford Motorsports. Big shout out to Kevin Cragen and Dave over at the Dyno, Trick Flow and Mosier, etc. So big shout out to my sponsors. I appreciate all you guys and what you do for me in the channel. Looks like look at those brakes. That's right. So what's been going on in the channel lately? We spent probably a good week just getting ready for Foxtoberfest about 2 weeks ago. It was just, between trying to do the business and work and try to take care of everyday things on top of planning, because I had to go to Foxtoberfest. Usually I have people that come with me, like Cousin Paul and Sandy usually come with me at Chocolate Fox and Ford Takeover. That's what they did this year. Mustang Week was a family thing, as you guys all know. It was like a workcation, I called it. Had a great time at Mustang Week, but we kind of spent more time with my family than I did, with the events. But I ended up catching the good ones. And then, Foxtoberfest, which is the biggest Fox body event of the year for the most part, pretty much was by myself down there. So, but I did have a lot of help with my friend Andrew Hanlon at Hanlon Motorsports next to me in the booth. So it was really nice to be where we were at. We were put like literally right there next to FMR, Fox Mustang Rousseau, who was throwing the event. Got to see a lot of people. I shook 1,000 hands, took a bunch of pictures, with subscribers and people who follow the channel. But big shout out to you guys who I got to meet and see at Foxtoberfest. I had a great time. It was great answering any of the questions at the pre-meet the night before and at the actual show. So it was good seeing you guys. Recuperating from the LMR event. So that I would have actually went to the LMR event. Texas is, no joke. It is a trip. And I'm going to be honest with you. I couldn't take away a second weekend in a row to go to that event. It's just too far. I mean, if I lived in the South, a little bit closer, like Kentucky, Tennessee, or even down in Carolinas or whatever, I might have made a trip. But it's a far event for me. What's up, Mike? It's good to see you. I see you over there working on them Foxbodies, bro. They look good, man. They look really good. Been following on Facebook. Keep posting, man. Keep rolling with those modifications, guys. You got to get your stuff off the jack stands. I don't know how many guys I've actually seen at Foxtoberfest that came up to me and said, "You know what? I got my car running. I follow your channel. I appreciate the motivation." Guys, I'm motivated to help motivate. And, that's, I really wasn't motivated to get on the live stream tonight, but I'm going to be honest with you. I knew I had to get on the live stream to talk to you guys because I ain't seen you guys in weeks. And I know you guys are probably like, man, I wonder if Neo's going live tonight. Well, here we are. So, big shout out to you guys for motivating me as well to come on the channel and talk a little Foxbody tech. So, got any questions here? What's up, Fox Addiction? Let's see here. I just bought a manual Foxbody and the shifter is almost hitting the dash in first. It's got a tubular K-member motor mount bolt and in the front slots. Is that wrong? Yeah, I think it's supposed to be in the rear slots. Just turn around and look. No, I think mine are in the front slots. I mean, does your transmission mount line up? Because, I mean, that's a dead giveaway, too. Sorry, I pulled my back out yesterday, wrenching on these cars. I literally just, what do you say? I literally just got done wiring up Neomustangs fuel pump mod. That's what I'm talking about, brother. Nice. You guys don't know what he's talking about. It's the fuel pump mod that I do. Basically, we pull the hat out, we get rid of all the garbage, 16 gauge crap. We run a 10 gauge straight to the pump. Some pumps don't have the actual connector. If you can get yourself on a, to add to the mod at all, if you can get yourself on a pump that's got an actual connector that you could connect to, solder to would be good too. Then that's the type of stuff you want to roll with. So we got cousin Paul in the house. I think I seen him. Shabinsky, yeah, Mike. Keep working hard, brother. Keep working hard on your stuff. I said I feel like I'm going looking at my what? I said I feel like I'm Adventures of Super Dave. It's good to see you, my man. Oh, all right. Got a super sticker from Adventures of Super Dave. I appreciate you donating to the channel, guys. It's things like that that allow me to go to events to see you guys. The monetization, on YouTube itself. So I do appreciate everybody who does join the channel as a member and donates to the channel. So it doesn't go unappreciated. That is for sure. So what's up, handling my trans will be here tomorrow. Okay, so Fox Addiction ordered he's from I've been talking to him back and forth on Instagram a little bit. He ordered a TKX complete setup because of the black car. So big shout out to him for giving Handle Motorsports a chance to fulfill his transmission needs. Sleepy. What's up, War Admiral? It's good to see you, my man. So I got the chance to talk a lot with Tom quite a bit this past, not weekend, the weekend before. I mean, I really wish I could have went live on last Sunday after Foxtoberfest because it would have been a lot cooler. But got a chance to see him, got a chance to see his cars, got a chance to see some of his one-off modifications that he did to it. Man, they look good, man. I appreciate everything you do, Tom. Keep doing you, man. Got a chance to meet Bradford Rut. What's up? What's up? What's up? It's good to see you. So he was there with his fam, I think. And you guys haven't had a chance to go check his channels out. He is also a content creator. Handle Motorsports, yeah, I was kind of thinking about that. What's he saying? I ship a ton less. What was your name? Are you serious? He did ship a lot last week. So we do have, if you do have a TKX and you're interested in getting a better shifter for it, I've been kind of talking back and forth with Hanlon Motorsports and the way they're going to design their turret and the way they're going to design their TKX shifter. And to be honest with you guys, they probably got one of the, if not the best shifters out there aftermarket-wise for TKX. There are some good ones out there, but this one has stops on it. And he did take the time to spend the money where the money was right. So I think it's a pretty quality shifter. I did share his post on Facebook, but if you do plan on getting a TKX, the stock shifter does work just fine. I know they're expensive. They're like $29 or they're like $3,000 transmission. But you guys see, it's still in my black car. We still kick the shit out of it. And we'll be looking forward to putting a Hanlon Motorsports shifter in it. As if you didn't already know, I run a Hanlon Motorsports shifter on both of my T56s. So, Zero Fox Gibbon, why do you think Aero cars are more valuable than 4i cars, and what's your opinion? I think it's, to be honest with you, that's a great question. I'm going to go ahead and bring that up. I think that the Euro cars, now let me explain real quick who doesn't understand what a Euro car is. 87 to 93 is considered a Euro nose, like the Euro nose. So what happened is they try to go this more European look back in the late 80s and early 90s by changing the whole Fox body. So that's why you see a difference between 85, 86, and 87 and up. So they call that a 4i, and then in 87 they call it an Aero nose, A-E-R-O. So what he's asking is, why do you think they're more valuable or less valuable? Why do you think Aero cars are more valuable? I think it's because of the interchangeability. I think that's when you started getting into mass air. You started getting into fuel injection, which was a little more easier to work on for the most part, I guess you want to call it. There's more mods available, a lot of interchangeability versus like 85, 86. I mean, there was just a lot of things that changed between 79 and 86, in my opinion, that just didn't interchange anymore. Like body harnesses and front noses were different. It's just like every year or every other year, they changed the 4i design a little bit, which kind of messed up the year before. You see what I mean? Whereas 87, 93, I mean, outside of the interior changes, for the most part, you just got to worry about wiring. You can interchange most of it. I don't know. I guess that doesn't really have much to do with value, but if I had to put a finger on it, I'd have to say that one of them. What's up, Sean? What's up? Who else we got? Any update on the 387 stroker piston clearance? I just put that video out. My crank is at the shop being balanced. So let me answer Kyle's question here. So for you guys that are actually following the 387 build, the stroker build, we actually put out a short. Now I'll probably put that 1.5 minute video out. I don't know, sometime this week. It's just a little extra video, just so people, can get an idea what I'm talking about. But anyways, in this video, what we found out about a Foxbody piston in a 387 is the fact that when the piston was down, when it came down on the stroke, the counterbalance just touched the piston just enough to scrape it. So there's a little bit of clearancing, since there's not a lot of documentation about the 387 on YouTube or on the internet for the most part, at least using the aftermarket crank, that is, not the 400M one. Then, there's going to be some things that we're going to try to bring to the channel and bring to the, YouTube, so people understand if they go to build this motor, these are some of the things you're going to have to do to it to make it work. And is it worth doing? Well, hell yeah. I mean, it's a budget-minded freaking, cheap stroker, and it's got cubic inch in it. You know what I mean? It's a 351 that turns into a 387, literally with a $300 crank. So, it's definitely something to think about. But that build can't happen at all unless you actually have a block that has a good bore in it. Because, getting Foxbody pistons are easy. There's a bunch of people can get that. So, Rail for Rods. Hammond's booth was sweet. Some sweet eye candy with my motor ready for my car. All right. How many Foxes were at Foxtoberfest? I want to say there was 726. Is that what I seen on the internet? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I thought it was a lot more than that. John Hefner, hey Neo, I just put 40 heads on my car with 1.6 rockers. What's your opinion on modifying the stock valve covers to fit versus running an intake spacer? Yeah, listen, I don't know what isn't fitting, but you must be talking about the baffle. All you need to do is just take the baffle out of underneath that valve cover. So I wouldn't go modifying your intake spacers and putting taller valve. I mean, you could put taller valve covers on, but I mean, it is what it is. Oh, that's Spano, isn't it? I think isn't this the one that, is this the guy who won the best of show with the red convertible? Yes, MJI, it will be a budget beast. That is for sure. Like I said, I just want to get every little detail out there. You see these engines being talked about from the past. You see these engines being built and they get put on the internet. And you're just like, well, how the hell did it happen? They leave out. I don't want to leave out any details. So from start to finish, you'll have every detail about how to build this engine. So I would have a playlist, which we already have it, going on the channel, to where literally if you found a roller block. Now I say roller block because the 351 roller block just makes it easier. You don't have to run any link bar lifters because then you're kind of killing the budget a little bit. Because link bar lifters are like $600. Now you get a roller block and you could just run an E-cam and your lifters from your 302. So if you've already got an engine that you built, blowed up, or doesn't work anymore, you got a cam in it, you can just swap it over to a roller block. And the roller blocks come with the TE camshaft, which is the Explorer one, which isn't all that bad for a factory one. So yes, that is me. So Spano 5.0 won Best of Show at Foxtoberfest 2022 with that red convertible, man. That thing was, it's the red convertible. I mean, I see you got, what is that? Is that a gray GT in there? Yeah, his car was fire, man. What did 89 GT say? Troy, definitely taking your advice on picking up. Yeah, so you could use to build a 387 or any sort of stroker block, 351 or 95 deck, whatever. You don't have to have a roller to build a 387, but like I said, already having the roller block saves you money because you don't have to buy special lifters to run roller. You see what I mean? Which, like I said, kind of kills the budget a little bit. So we actually changed the cylinder heads again on the 387 as well. Now, when you're building a block, usually, how budget it is depends on the short block you build. I think we're going to go with a different set of heads because, to be honest with you, I want to do this engine once, and we want to do it really well and do a budget, and I want it to perform well. So I think we're going to put a different head on it. I think you guys are going to appreciate it. Might have a 351 base combo for that new car. I just picked up 3 of them. KP, factory stock rebuilt 5-speed or aftermarket 6-speed with 308 gear set for street use. Wanting to swap out the automatic and not very versed in transmission. So factory stock rebuilt 5-speed from a 92 or aftermarket 6-speed. So I would just go with a TKX. TKX is the answer unless you plan on making more than 750. 650. Call it 650 just to be, easy on the transmission. So if you don't plan on making past 650, you don't want to go to straight to a T56 unless your car is already kind of set up for making power as it is. You know what I mean? Kind of like what we did with the white car and the black car. Jimmer Willie, he won something. What did he win recently? Oh, you won that shifter. I think, did you go to Foxtoberfest? I think you stopped at the booth. I got an HCI now. I'm tight budget. Should I look at a 331 or go turbo or supercharged? Well, if you just got a stock bottom end, I mean, I don't know if I'd even do anything 331 or 347, to be honest with you. If you have the opportunity at this point to switch to a 9.5 deck 351 motor, it's about time to do it. But the only thing that really sucks about a 351 motor is the fact that the pistons were garbage. And, you know, they didn't come with any sort of cam. Well, the rollers came with a decent camshaft. Well, I don't know. I guess it's all by preference. 387 is going in the coupe? No. The 387 is actually going in a car that you guys have not seen yet. Thoughts on a V6 T5 versus a Foxbody T5? You're talking about a V6 like 94 and up? Because I'm assuming that's what you mean. The V6 T5 94 and up, well, basically 94, 95, because pretty sure they went to a T45 and was it 96 or 97, Hanlon? I can't remember. Anyways, the 94, 95 transmission out of a V6 Mustang is the same gear set that it was in an 87, 89. Like physically, if you take the case off the transmission, all the gears are the same number, including the cluster 052. The input's a little bit longer. So the only difference between a Foxbody V8 transmission, 87 and 89, and a V6 94, 95 transmission is basically the input shaft and the top plate. That's the top cover only. You see what I mean? So, what chip do you recommend, SCT or quarter horse? So, if you know how to binary editor, you know how to tune yourself, quarter horse is the way to go. Or go to somebody who can tune it for you. The chip and the quarter horse are the same thing, except the quarter horse allows you to actually change your tune. If you're not versed in changing any tune, then an SCT eliminator chip from the guy who tunes your car is just fine. It's the same thing. The nice thing about SCT eliminator chip, you ain't got to worry about a battery running out. It uses its power from the board, whereas a quarter horse actually has its own physical, like, watch battery. It's like a CR2032. It's a pretty common little battery. When that thing goes dead, the whole tune shuts off. So V6 to 04 was a T5. That's right. The V6 is stayed. That's right. That's right. So thanks for correcting me that. So I want to say now they used the same gear set, didn't they, up till 04, Hanlon? It's more than just the input broken tool. It's the top plate as well, especially if you're running a neutral safety switch. So, but it's really still not that big of a deal. Yeah, I think it's 04. Anyway, so what do we got? You guys see, I mean, you should see the mess I have in my garage. I'm actually pointing the clean way. So this is what we got going on with the white car here. As you see behind me, we have started to install the strange brakes. You guys want to see my cheater board? We actually shot the video. You guys got to promise to watch the video, though. You got to promise to watch the damn video, because it took me all day to do this damn video and all the weight reduction stuff. Because we actually took, all we really had to do was one side for the most part. You know what I mean? To get a video, to get a comparison on the weight. You know, that because I was running the PBR, excuse me, the PBR Cobra brakes, and I had the big rotor, and you know, when I bought the strange brakes, one of the main reasons why is for this weight reduction. So I did do a whiteboard on it, which is one of the reasons why we're not doing a whiteboard tonight, because I'm not finished with it, but I got most of it done. What's up, NJC? It's good to see you, man. When you went to 315 rears, was there a tire that worked best that you recommend? I was always a Mickey Thompson. I think it's an SS. I really like that tire. It actually kind of wore out a little fast, to be honest with you. Maybe it was just too soft. I had them on my 18s here in the back, and it seems like I got maybe a season out of them. But I did drive a lot this year. I did drive a lot. Did a lot of cruises. We drove a lot down at Myrtle Beach. I mean, I probably put 600 miles in Myrtle Beach that week. in like 100-degree weather. But that would be the one that I would go with. I'm running an 18-inch SVE wheels, and they are hitting my front sway bar. What would I notice if I remove the sway bar? I haven't had a sway bar in my car in forever. As a driver, I don't think you would have any problem, Mike. Removing the sway bar. See, I got an anti-roll bar, so my car doesn't really roll at all. But it has its advantages and disadvantages. But if you want to run your 18s, you're probably going to have to remove it now anyway, right? What's the biggest size tire you could throw on the rear? Probably 315. Depends on the back spacing of the tire. You're talking about a stock mini tub? Yeah, you're probably looking at like a 315. And it, like I said, then it also depends on if you're running 3-inch studs and if you have spacers available and how big the back spacing is on your wheels. So, yep. Anyway, we have a right. How about using 4-cylinder drop brackets on the sway bar? All right, so what we were going to talk about? Oh, I was going to talk about Foxtoberfest. So I really had a great time at Foxtoberfest. I'm not going to even lie to you. It's a great event, and that event's just going to get bigger every year. Plenty of parking, great vendors set up for the most part. I know that they talk about doing a couple venues next year. It's a possibility of some other additions to like a 2-day event with Foxtoberfest outside of the side stuff that they do with the treasure hunt. I think they did, and they did a cruise. They did the YouTubers ball. There's a lot of other like smaller things that we all go to Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays. But I think they're actually going to do something else on the day before the event, which would be really kind of cool. Yeah, you're welcome, Mike. NJC, I was able to fit a 275 4017 on a Cobra rep from LMR on the front. Wow. And it only rubbed at full lock. Wow, that's crazy. That's a big tire in there on the front. Sean Ray Motorsports, just had my motor rebuilt, 306, new stock crank, new forged pistons. Smokes when I turn it on, not sure why. I pulled a plug and it was a little black, and the common with the fresh, no. So, Sean, how many mods do you have in that motor? Did you get it tuned at all? If it's running like your plug is black, it could be from running rich. So if you have like bigger injectors and like a mass air meter, like you could be like literally drowning your cylinders for the most part, and it's just kind of just burning it off. You know what I mean? It's not burning efficiently. Does that make sense? Because if your plug's black, then it's that's oil, and they could be fouled. So don't forget to upgrade the rear control arm. Wait, don't forget to upgrade the rear control arms doing the tire swap. That's right. Foxtoberfest is in North Carolina, right? It's such a drive for me. It is. It is. I can't wait for next year's show already. JK, what size front tires are on your black car? And would they clear an 89 and earlier GT? So we run the Cobra reps for the most part on my black car, which requires me to actually run like a 1/2-inch spacer on the front. What I did with my rotors is I bought really nice aftermarket rotors, not these ones, but for the Fox brakes. And I actually took all the wheel studs out and made like 3-inch wheel studs for the front. That was the way I could get away with running a new edge wheel on my Foxbody, because the black Foxbody has new edge 17-inch deep dishes. So that's the way we kind of cheated it with spacers a little bit. But I only run like a 255 in the front of my Black Fox. B-Cam, new 19-pound fuel injectors set to 40. pounds. B cam 76 millimeter. Okay, so you're running you're running a turbo. So you have a B cam new 19 pound fuel set to 40 pounds on the pressure regulator. 76 millimeter okay, not turbo. 76 millimeter MAF, 65 millimeter throttle body G240. So the MAF might be messing with you, man. I'm not going to even lie to you. You need to stick your stock MAF back on there, Sean. You should get go get yourself a set of Explorer injectors and put your stock MAF back on there. There's no reason why that motor needs an aftermarket MAF or injectors, because that motor is not going to make more than 350 horsepower to the wheels to max the 19s out. So that's my suggestion to you. Not tuned, but you don't need a tune for that. Put your stock MAF back in, clean it, clean the electrical, the little resistors, electric parts. Put some Explorer injectors in there, because those injectors that you got might not be firing correctly. Change the oil. If you got too much, smell your oil, see if you got fuel in it. So, ladder bars in a Fox overkill for the street use? Yes. I think so. Was Chocolate Fox the last Chocolate Fox event, or will there be one next year? There'll be one next year. I can say that with confidence. There'll be another one next year, for sure. Yep. Sly Fox, man, I appreciate you. It's good to meet all you guys in person that came down to Foxtoberfest. I'm glad you stopped by the booth. What's up, Dan Robinson, my Summit Racing tech? No, I mean, we rebuild injectors all the time. We do pretty much everything minus putting them in a sonic machine or whatever those machines are that kind of blow through the and clean them out, whatever. But we clean them out pretty good. We got a machine that'll test to see if they're actually switching still. So we got the filters out of them, and we changed the pintles and all the rubbers and everything on them. So we do a pretty good job. Chocolate Fox has a new location in this coming year. Okay. What's up, Bama 5-0? So anyways, we got the White Mustang strange brakes. We got one half of them on. We also had to change the master cylinder today. That was kind of a PETA. Like when the seal goes bad on the back of the master cylinder. That's what I'm already giving away the video that I'm putting out. I don't care. It's no big deal. That's why we watch live streams, so we get little Easter eggs of what's coming up. We got some racing left to do this year. Got some numbers we're chasing. You guys see my last video? We went 903 at a 150. Was it 154? I've had a couple passes that in this car that definitely would have been very good passes, but never completed them. It happens. Jim or Willie, what do you say? Did you see the video from Ride Tech? They're making an upper arm for Foxbody Mustangs. It's supposed to make them handle great. I see what they're doing. It's pretty good stuff. I mean, I wouldn't know how good it is unless I put it on a car and did some stuff with it. But yeah, it looked cool. I appreciate that, Dan Robinson. We sat out here all day, busted our knuckles. Now, basically on this side's done. All I got to do is the line's on it, but I don't like the way the fittings work. Like, I'm going to be honest with you, the strange universal fitting kit for the front and the rear aren't exactly the best things that you could give somebody. Because, I mean, you're coming from a brake system that most likely, like you should have the right stuff in the bag to just kind of convert everything and adapt everything. And it's not very fair. I appreciate that, Larry. 331 with stock throttle body. How much power am I losing? Quite a bit. 70 would be fun. Would be plenty. 75 would be even better. What's up, Lamar? Good to see you, my man. I see those pictures you're sneaking over with some of them cars that you're doing. I think he's got one coming up for. Well, he's got Dad's car that he did. Which, if you guys don't know what Lamar does, is he does pictures of animated pictures. How do you call them? Anyways, he did one for Brutal. He did one for, I think, Foxcast. I think he did one for Blue Oval Media. And he does these really cool, like, car pictures, like boards. And they're super awesome. So, it's kind of his carpentry thing, I think it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. He's doing one for a couple other people here on the channel. My 5-lug swap was a Mosier 5-lug Ford track and V6 V8 SN spindles or calipers, excuse me, and an e-brake cable won't clear the caliper bolt while running the moan brake brackets. Anyone have that issue? That's not an issue. I could tell you. I appreciate the super sticker, JK. Thanks for donating to the channel, man. If I remember correctly, you're local to me. I just got a 70mm throttle body from Hanlon's friend Zach, who's sleepy. So you could try that. But I would, if you got a 331, I'd probably go 70, 75 at least at a minimum, my man. Did one of Pop's race car? Oh yeah, the detail was incredible. That's right. So Lamar does the caricatures, or I don't know what they're even called, Lamar. You can shout it out here on the channel. I apologize, but they look awesome. He does like this custom work, man, and he's definitely got an art skill like unlike no other. Trick or treat him, got him. Trick or treated. So we actually made a deal this past weekend or 2 weekends ago with Hanlon Motorsports. So Hanlon's going to be having a new car to his little channel or his little stable. But the nice thing is I actually get to get this monkey off my back with this stupid TKO I had sitting over here on the damn floor. So big shout to Bangin' Bob Hanlon for taking on the job, and Andrew Hanlon. They're going to be fixing the old TKO. Listen, I fixed this TKO 500, and I have no idea how I broke it. Well, cousin Paul broke it. We shook a tire on a radial prep, and it was in Dad's car, which my dad's car only made like 330 horsepower. But when you shake a tire on a radial, it puts a beating on that trans. And we had just finished that 500 when we rebuilt it the first time. Literally put 3 miles on it and broke it again. So big shout to Hanlon. We made a deal, and it's just, I said, you know what? We broke a number of gears, and big shout to Liberty as well. One of my other dealer sponsor things going on. They decided to help, get the gears to Hanlon to get that thing rebuilt, because I'm getting rid of the damn thing. I cannot stand I couldn't stand that TKOs. I just can't stand them anymore. With the way the TKX performs, it's like, I don't know. I had really good luck. I will say this. I had really good luck with the 3550 I had for years. I mean, it literally went through about 200 track passes, and it was synchronized, and it actually shifted really well. I never had the lockout. I didn't have that third gear lockout until I went to a 600. But anyway, moving on. He is going to take my TKO 500. He's going to rebuild it for free, and I'm going to give him a rare. I don't know how rare. Maybe somebody could chime in here. We have an emerald two-tone titanium shell that I had bought as a parts car, and I have a hard time cutting Fox bodies up as it is, unless they're pretty rusty and beat up. But this car had some bad towers on it. I'm like, we put a car cover over it and said, not going to, excuse me, we're not going to actually do anything to this car. You know, one day maybe we'll fix it up, considering it was kind of a rare color. So come to find out that was one of Hamlin's favorite car colors. So we made a little deal. So I'll give you this shell. You fix this transmission. What do you guys think? Big Six Tangs, what's going on? Hey, everyone. Sorry, late notification. Lots of members in tonight. Yes, sir. So once again, big shout to the guys in green in the chat. It's that join button below if you guys want to check it out and be part of the. I do talk quite a bit in there. You guys see some exclusive content. You know, I've been slacking a little bit. My apologies. But we will fix that. So, had a little cold this past week, man. I'll tell you what, this is seasonal crap. It ain't COVID. Just had a little cold from coming from 85-degree weather in North Carolina to 46 and raining in Ashtabula, Ohio. It's ridiculous. What's up, Danny? Have you and Mad Scientist ever considered doing a Neo-sponsored dyno day? Yes. We had talked about it. I actually threw some feelers out there 6 months ago, and I had maybe one person say, hey, I'd be interested in a dyno day. I'm going to be honest with you guys. You know, the only way that event actually, you know, pops off is if I got like a group of cars that want to, you know, be part of that tune session. You understand? So like tuning one guy is great. It's not a big deal, but making it an event of having like 4 cars to tune in one day and carry over to Sunday the next day in case there is a need for more tuning, that's kind of where we're at. We don't want a remote tune. We've done it before. It never worked out for the most part. It's just a lot of headache. We would rather just tune, put somebody on an SCT chip, and then send them on their way. And then, you know, obviously would have some sort of, you know, customer service, etc. But, you know, that's the way we kind of want to run that. Now, we've done that before. We've talked about it, but we haven't seen a whole lot of interest in it. NJC, man, I appreciate the $5 super chat. I thank you for donating to the channel, man. I appreciate everybody that does that, man. I'll tell you what, guys, that stuff helps me out on the channel. You know, like I said, going to all these events, and, you know, we got Fox Days of Christmas coming up. So all that stuff goes to that too. I got a whole line of red stuff right here where we talked, you know, where I wrote down red marker, where I wrote down, you know, all the stuff that we talked about we might buy. So we'll see you later, MJ. I would love a dyno day. I could get a lot of people with Foxes and Stangs. I mean, that would be great. I'd definitely be interested in that. And I know the Mad Scientist would cut some time out of his schedule to do it too. I come home wrecked from North Carolina, bad head cold. Yeah, man, I got sick too. Like I just said, listen, I came in last Sunday night and didn't get in until late because of stupid traffic. I wanted a live stream. I swear to you guys, I wanted a live stream, and it just didn't end up working. So I got home. That next day, Monday, it's like, you know, you're getting sick because you're laying in bed and your nose is burning. I'm like, come on, man. Ain't nobody was sick down in North Carolina. It's just, that's how much of a difference it was. It was terrible. But I get you, Tom. You weren't the only one that got sick. Mike, anyone running an IAC delete with Holly Terminator X? Current IAC is giving the tuner fits. When it's unplugged, it's you know what? I want to say, listen, Mike, go check out Leach's YouTube channel. I think he addressed this multiple times, to be honest with you. Yes, because was it the TPS or the IAC that he was addressing? Anyway, Leach Motorsports did some stuff on YouTube specifically about that very issue, so go check that out. KP, thank you, and the insights and novice Mustang owner. Big ups. Got to go, man. I see you, KP. Thank you for everything. Mike Straminsky, man, I appreciate the $9 super chat, man. Super sticker. Thanks for donating to the channel, Mike. I appreciate everything that you're doing with your car, man. Keep us updated. Mustang guy, I picked up a wrecked 2001 Mustang with 157K miles, $200. Dude, you can't beat that. Anytime you can get a Mustang for $200, you got to take it. and it rolls. Love your content. Keep up the great videos, brother. Man, I appreciate you, D10s. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you guys. So where are we at right now? We've got about, I'm only going to be on for about an hour tonight. Definitely, if you guys, member chats, members that are in my chat, we're going to do what we're going to do on live chat next week, and maybe we'll pull out the whiteboard and we'll do some Foxbody top 10, top 5 stuff that'll be pretty fire or whatever. But I know I haven't got a whole lot of videos out lately. Just been busy with fam, the Foxtoberfest. That it takes a lot of time, especially when I have to do it by myself. But big shout out to Cousin Paul for helping me out, and Sandy too. I have the same problem with my IAC. My car idles will hang plugged in. Okay, I have the same problem with my IAC. My car's idle while hang with it plugged in for a good 2 to 3 seconds between shifts. I unplug it and it doesn't happen. That's in your Terminator X too? Cable sticks close sometimes. Yeah, don't be if you guys got a tech question, just go ahead and put it over here in chat. I can help you out. That's basically what this is all about. We talked about, family, Foxbody fam, Foxbody events, shop tech. It's always nice to kind of just have a live stream where I could just chill, relax, not really kind of be on my, not have the lab coat on with the whiteboard, and be able to answer some questions, because there's a lot of questions that I actually miss. Try not to, but when I got the whiteboard out. Mine hangs at 2% TPS. Leach says he has noticed it on a few cars. Said it's something bad with the Holly software. Mine was creating problems everywhere in the idle circuit. Oops. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The Foxbody family has helped me so much. I appreciate you, Bama. I appreciate you saying that. I don't have a Terminator X. I should have mentioned that. I have the same problem with my IAC cars. Idle will hang when it's plugged in. Have you? Maybe your IAC is sticking then. Man, I can't believe that this year is coming to an end already. This year has flown by. Yep. But we're not done yet. We're putting these brakes on for a reason. D10s. I picked up a whole 10. Can I say it? Is that the way you say it? Picked up a whole K member with 94 spindles and brand new rack for, oh man, that's a steal, bro. That's nice. I just had to chop the piece off my spindle. When you put the strange brakes on, you got to cut the back. You know how they got the caliper top, the caliper back, and then you got the front arm. We're back. Give me a thumbs up. So yeah, I mean, look how thick this thing was. Like I actually tried to Sawzall that. How ridiculous. As soon as I got out my good Milwaukee cutting wheel, cut it off in no time. But that's what you got to cut off for our strange brakes to work. It's the rear lower caliper hole, because they make their own bracket. So what we got here? Alex, Mike, make sure your TPS auto set anytime you adjust the throttle stop. There is a 1D and a 2D table in the Holly that goes further. Nice. Thanks, Alex. So, where are we at? What we got coming up? So this week, we actually changed something on the white car that I didn't know was wrong. It's actually really dangerous, to be honest with you. I'm not happy with the fact that I didn't catch it. I thought it was oil. I explained it in the video. What else we got coming up this week? We also do the weight reduction comparison. I know you guys are going to be super curious on how much weight I actually saved putting those brakes on. We haven't done the rears brakes yet. We're not doing the rears this year only because I really, really, really want to put the bead locks on. I say we're not doing it. We probably still will. But the thing of the matter is I got to pull my axles out to get the rear brake system on the car and for the bracket or whatever. So I kind of wanted to get the axles drilled for 5/8 studs and checked for straightness while they were out, maybe change the bearing or whatever. So I was going to send them back to Mosier, who's one of my sponsors, and I'm a dealer with them, and they were going to go ahead and take care of it that way. It's kind of a maintenance thing. It's been 6 years of them beating the snot out of those 35 spline axles. So I really want to put those bead locks on, but I might have to wait until next year. We'll see. I gotta wait for chat. I'm trying to get chat's catch it. Like I'll flip between both, like live streams. There's a live stream for like on YouTube, and then there's the one on StreamYard, and the chat is always lagged. So it's always lagged in StreamYard. So I do apologize, guys, when I'm behind a little bit. D10s, are sealed hubs better than older style hub bearings hubs? Sealed, I've actually had no issues with my sealed hubs. You mean like the SN95 ones? I've had no issues with those. Of course, to be honest with you, the Moog, the Moog sealed hub that comes in, that you can buy for a $94.95 is actually a really good hub bearing. It's actually in our box of goodies over there for the STS Cadillac brakes that we're going to put on the black car. So I have not had any problems with them. Mike, yes. Alex, yes. I've done the TPS auto set. I'm going to swap the IAC with one of the turbo car. Now, isn't there something about something about a GM IAC or something? I don't know. Is that the TPS? I'm kind of Holly Terminator X. Not right. Can we get a close up of the brakes? Is it going to be on the video? Yeah, it's a whole video. It's a whole video. I actually took the time to I didn't really bother much, Jimmer, with disassembly. I mean, it's a couple bolts, whoop-de-doo, right? So I spent most of the time comparing weights to literally everything down to the bolts minus the brake lines themselves, because they kind of offset. They wouldn't be any different for the most part. But I did focus a lot of attention on how much it actually saved me in weight, pretty much weight down to the ounce. And we actually installed the one side, and I showed in the video. Like there was no video, like there was videos about strange brakes and putting them on cars, but there was no video about a Foxbody strange brake. You see what I mean? Like this is how it installs, and that video would have gave me a little more confidence with what I've got going into, and that's what these videos really are about. Because how-to videos are pretty much the basis of our channel. So hopefully next time somebody wants to buy strange brakes for their Foxbody, they'll see this video, they'll see how much weight they're saving, and they'll kind of have an idea going into it what kind of tools they're going to need. So the spindle swap with sealed hubs make brake options and wheel better. That's correct. What's up, Think First? Thanks for coming into the channel tonight, man. Appreciate you, bro. Turbo Squatch. What is a fair price nowadays for an 8.8 together when you supply new Ford gears, install kit, and carrier? What's a fair price nowadays to put an 8.8 together? When you supply the gears and the install kit, I mean, I would charge anything specialty like that is 75 to 100 an hour if you know what you're doing. If you're going to do a, upgrade, the carrier and whatever, you might as well brace the axle, weld the tubes too. I mean, obviously that's an option, but anybody who does that, and that goes for anybody who's on the channel, if you're going to get your axle rebuilt and you're going to put new gears in it and even C-clip eliminators or whatever, all that other stuff, I mean, just brace it and weld it and get it done with the guy who's having it done. You see what I mean? It's just, you don't want to have to go back and redo that. Bracing the axle keeps the weld, the axle tubes from twisting and moving around. So does an 01 K member bolt into a Fox? I don't think so. What's up, Mama Brutal? Thanks for stopping in. You guys still driving home from Texas? I hope you guys had a great time. Almost still driving, and Nakia wanted to tune in to listen. Man, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Tell Nakia I appreciate everything he does for Foxbody community, and I appreciate you guys for chiming in on your drive home, man. I do. Thank you so much. Sorry I haven't been in contact too much. We've both been super busy getting ready for these shows. I'll hit you up tomorrow, if not Tuesday, B, for sure, for sure. Catch up a little bit, man. So we got a couple more minutes left. If you guys want to talk some shop, need some answers to some questions. Alex, I'm addition under IAC controls set to IAC. Okay, so make sure you see that, Mike. I think that's for Mike, right? D10s, S95K members are a couple inches. Is that right? Inches wider than, okay. That's what I thought. Yeah, so make sure you tell Brutal everybody say hi to Brutal so Amy can tell, Miss Brutal can tell Nakia to be safe driving home. Give him a little shout out here in chat. Woo! What's up, Pimp? It's good to see you, man. Appreciate you dropping in real quick. What's up, Frank Freestangs? Did you modify 96 to 04 spindles, or were they 94, 95? 94, 95. Okay, it's just a V6 should be a simple engine swap. Okay. All right. So what we got coming up Saturday? We have another race to go to. We are most likely going to be heading to Pacemaker again. If you guys remember, we went to, I did do it. Did I do a video from Pacemaker? I think I did. We did a no prep down at this little 8th mile track here in Ohio. So we are heading back down there this Saturday for another no prep. It's going to be 65, 70 degrees, which is kind of uncommon for Ohio in October, especially late October. I mean, it's going to get down there like 45 or 50 degrees, but it'll be pretty nice down there in Mount Vernon or whatever. So hopefully if everything goes all right with these breaks this week, we get them more in pretty good, then, we'll be on our way down there this weekend. So quest for 8s. That's right. Anyone have a 93 A9L ECU for sale? I don't think A9Ls were even made in 93, Eddie. You're probably looking for an A3M1 or I think C3W was another 5-speed one. That could have been the auto version. I think C3W is the only auto. If you A9L will work in a 93 without a problem, but yeah. Thanks, Neo. Everyone, got to go. All right, Fox Addiction. Thanks for stopping in, bro. I know V6, boo, but everything is dude, $200 for like a driving Mustang is fine. It's a good steal. Well, all right. What else we got going on? So we could probably do, I don't know. We'll do a Hanlon giveaway next week, guys. So we got I don't know how much he wants to do on the channel, but these certificates with Hanlon Motorsports can be used for, I think it can be used for apparel and parts, and shifters, and anything manual transmission related, if I'm not mistaken, right, Hanlon? So we're going to probably do one. We won't do one this week, but we'll do one for next week. It's the same certificates that you're getting on Brutal's channel as well, because he's also a sponsor. So, keep in mind that you don't have to just spend it on transmissions and stuff. Because I know that, Andrew talked this past couple weeks at Foxtoberfest about doing more certificates. So you guys might see more of those on multiple channels, not just my own. So, I mean, we could do, you know what? Let's just go ahead and do a $50 Hanlon gift certificate. Are you good with that, Andrew? I mean, for everybody who stuck it out for over an hour on my old ass boring talk channel. If you want to do a 50, we'll do a 50. And then, like I said, it's anything on the site, guys. So it could go towards merch. It can go towards a shifter. I mean, you got to figure, shifter's like what, $200, $250. I mean, that's like 25% off. So let's go with we're going to do a $50 gift certificate to Hanlon Motorsports. Okay. So how you contact me, the winner I will contact the winner. You can email me at neomustangs@hotmail. Very easy. And if you're the winner of the gift certificate, and then I'll get your information and I'll give you a code, and then you can take it over to Hanlon's site and spend it up. So now my whiteboard right now is here. I'll show you, pimp. We did a brake weight upgrade. See that? So I did a bunch of numbers for the strange brakes versus the Cobra SN95, the heavy brakes. So, man, I appreciate it. Think first. I'll see you soon. All right, so here we go. We are going to do a $50 gift certificate. You can buy merch, you can buy posters, you can buy whatever you want at Hanlon. And I'll bust out 100 next week. So maybe I'll do 100 next week. I don't know. Brutal does certificates on his channel as well, so we don't want to overwhelm Hanlon. I'm sure. I don't think he really cares, but he's got it. You got it, son. All right, here we go. Hashtag TKX. If you want to be in on that $50 gift certificate. Hashtag TKX. We'll see you, Broken Tool. Now, it's not a to-do list, pimp. It was just all the comparisons. I had multiple weight scales out here, and I was curious myself. I mean, I needed to know how much I was losing on the front end of that. So hashtag TKX. We'll let it roll for a minute, and I'll still try to filter through a couple questions. I super appreciate Hanlon. Guys, just enter one time, please. It's not a big deal. Give everybody a chance to win. But I do appreciate Hanlon Motorsports Again, they got their, they got plenty of TKXs in stock. They got that new shifter they got coming out. I think it's already out. He's pre-ordering that stuff. And I think they're already pretty much at that point to where, I think he sold quite a few of them. So he can chime in on that. So we'll roll through here and we'll pick one. I appreciate everything you do for the channel. I need one for the new car now. You need a T5. That's all you need right now. Building a drift Mustang that's getting a TKX. Nice. Nice. Like I said, you guys don't know who Dan Robinson is. It's my Summit Racing tech guy. Big shout. Big shout, bro. You said, okay. So you said the stock valve covers should fit 44 bar, but I can't get them to line up. LMR sells a spacer kit. It's because of the baffle. It's probably just the driver or passenger side one. It's because the oil fill baffle comes down and hits the rocker. All right, so I'm gonna scroll through here. TKX, TKX, TKX. And then I'm just gonna land on a random name, and that random name is, see, I'm sitting here scrolling with my mouse. Try not to, let me slow down and get past these. Larry Tonini. Tonini. Tonini? Did I get it right? Tonini? Congratulations, $50 Hanlon Motorsports gift certificate. Contact me at neomustangs@hotmail.com. And we will chat it up a second. I'll get the information over to Hanlon. And again, the $50 can be used on anything on a site, or just use it up just for some merch or whatever. So appreciate you being on the channel, Larry. Larry's also a club member, guys. So big shout to him again. So congratulations. Tonini. Tonini. All right. Tonini. Got it. Congratulations, Larry. NJC Fox, depends on what you honestly. We get $350 labor plus the parts. We unfortunately have been able to get rebuild kits though. Yeah, guys, when he says he ain't got rebuild kits, I ain't seen rebuild kits to do transmissions outside of the bearings and small parts. There's been no synchros, none. Like they've been on back order since September of 21, man. Eddie, you could take you can send your ECU, get a hold of Fox Mustang Resto. Matt and Jen down there at Fox Mustang Resto actually have one of the old machines that can fix your computer. If your ROM isn't bad, most likely Matt can fix your computer without a doubt. So it might be, instead of looking for another computer that might have issues in a year from now, probably be best to send your computer out, Eddie, and he'll update the capacitors. I'm pretty sure he'll do whatever you want to the computer, but I guarantee you that when Matt's done fixing the computer at Fox Mustang Resto, that it'll have the stamp of approval on it, and I think your computer will be just fine. Jeff Williams, thanks for what you do for the community. I appreciate you, Jeff, for being here, man. I just appreciate you guys listening to me ramble on my favorite hobby. How many liters of water do you drink a day? I probably drink a gallon of water a day. About right. Kyle Dennis, thanks for the advice to the 387, building it for a bracket car on a budget. How long do you think a T5 will last behind it? 10 minutes. I'm trying to get brutal to get up on that 387 life. It's budget and it's power. Yeah, Bama, if you can help him out, that'd be great. Like, that's what this community is all about. I just know that, the reason why I shout Matt out a lot, because he's got this old machine. It's called a Rotunda, and it can check the computer and all of its functions from that machine. And he actually checks each computer, if I'm not mistaken, in Peaches, which is Jen's car. So it's kind of a nice scenario. They really take care of the computer. So if you got somebody who can fix him, Bama, great. I appreciate you chiming in, my man. I just built him one. Not a big deal. I can tell you that Dave, the mad scientist, won't like that. He don't want to be clearancing no pistons and piston rod bolts. Eddie, I appreciate you and your videos. I watch all the time. I stick around. I think that's yeah. We're looking for that buddy discount. Thoughts on Performer RPM heads? They're a step up from GT40. I used to rock them years ago. Wasn't a big deal. They're a nice little head. That's what the Drift Mustang's getting, is a 387 stroker with a dome piston. Probably 12-1. Oof, that's dirty. Well, guys, a 387, again, I wouldn't even get into the idea of building a 387 unless you can put your hands on a set of, like a 351 roller block. That's where you're saving a lot of money, because it's a roller block. You don't have to buy link bar lifters, but the bore's got to be good. Like, you can't get one that's got a nasty bore in it that needs bored out. Best way to save is to save every dime. So I know this 387's got everybody's attention. There are some things that's going to have to be clearanced in it, which you can do yourself. Fly cutting the pistons. Obviously, you're going to have to, shave the skirts just a tad bit, and you're going to have to clearance a couple of the rod bolts. But we still have to put the camshaft in it. So I want to check out, make sure the camshaft clears as well, too, because this budget build may have to spend a little bit of money on some rod bolts. Because if the rod bolt comes around, hits the cam lobe, it'd just be one of the things that we learned while we were building this. You see what I mean? So, Jason Fields, man, I appreciate the $20 super sticker, man. I got a chance to talk to Jason Fields quite a bit at Foxtoberfest. Super nice guy. I appreciate all the conversations that he and I have. And he's been one of the major supporters of the channel with the live chats and super stickers. So thanks again, Jason. It was wonderful talking to you. Had a lot of things in common. I look forward to seeing you again at the next event. And here on chat, of course, What year's 351 rollers? 94 to 98. It's also called, is that an F4 TE? Is that right? Speaking of heads, how are the Speedmaster heads from Jegs? Well, Summit sells the same ones, but stay tuned, D10s. Stay tuned. It's funny. Shelby 50, appreciate you coming in, man. I think it's a cool build, interesting to watch. So like I said, when we're building this 387, the reason why I talk about it all the time, a lot of people are interested in it, is because it's kind of almost like a too good to be true thing. Because like forever we thought stock bottom end 302s, we were kind of like stuck with that. And if we wanted to go with like a 351, which is a really awesome motor, but we all knew the pistons sucked. So it's like, man, those pistons are just going to disintegrate under boost, which they're cast pistons, and they're a reason why they're $100 for a whole set of 8. But the point of the matter is if you can stick a Foxbody piston, a seasoned forged piston in a 351, and then put some cheap crank on there, which won't break or bend until the rods break, really, anyways. I mean, it's kind of a, I'm just going through every piece of information I can to make sure that whoever goes to build that, outside of my channel, whoever follows that path and wants to build it, that they get a chance to, they know what they're up against. You know what I mean? So, Pimp, people went to 351 when it was time for rebuilds. Now the recent new Fox community is doing the same thing. 351 is where it's at, in my opinion. I just, I didn't believe until I built a couple of them. And I'm like, we've put 1,000 crank on the white car. It'd now be 2 years. And you mean to tell me that, it's a production block I pulled out of an old fat van sitting in the middle of a freaking junkyard, had 200,000 miles on it. Speedmaster ain't bad. That's right. Paul Garcia, nice to see you back. If I do H-beam rods for the 387 Windsor, which one do you use? Scatter Eagle. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I've had nothing but luck with Eagle. So I would say Eagle. Let's go with Eagle. Yeah, Pro Max are a good head. Listen, if you're not built an engine yet and you want to buy a set of cylinder heads, do yourself a favor. If you're going to do a 9.5 deck 351 motor, if you plan on doing that, get something that get as much chamber as you can. Like 64 is fine, but I think AFR is one of the only ones. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dan Robinson, but I think AFR is the only one that actually does like a 72 cc chamber. That's a really good head for a 9.5 deck motor because it really kind of brings the compression back, especially when you stroke the motor. So if you go to like a 387, 393, or a 408, definitely gives it, not as much compression. I think we're running about 10.5, 10 3/4 to 1 on the 410 that we have in our white car here, which gives us plenty of room for timing and boost and what have you. So Mike Boyles. This may be a dumb question, but can I still get a replacement windshield new for a Foxbody? I don't think so. I think they have some aftermarket ones though. Check with your glass company. But I don't think you can get a new Ford one. John Hefner. I'm currently building my motor. I'm doing a GT40 B303 1.6 rockers. Do I have to do anything to the fuel or sensors? No. GT40 BKM 1.6 rockers. Put your stock injectors back in. If you can get your hands on a set of Explorer ones, I can't tell you enough how much better they are than the actual factory ones. The little fatter ones, the fat EC1 injectors or EV1 injectors versus the EV. I think it's EV6 with an EV1 connector. So if you can get the Explorer injectors, it atomizes the fuel a little bit better. You're not going to make enough power to actually run out of that injector, so you'll be fine. It's more of how long will it last in turbo head? What size is your fan belt? 415 K6. I appreciate you, Paul. Appreciate you coming to the channel. Yes, aftermarket only gets got one last week for $325. Are you talking about the crankshaft? Amy, have a good night. Tell Brutal I said I appreciate coming into the chat tonight. Appreciate listening in, man. Glad you guys made it home safe. I'll be talking to you soon. Think about, okay. Jason was talking about the windshield. So Jason said that you can get one, you can still get one for $325. I usually, I've got a handful of windshields, but let me tell you what, man, they always, when you get them from when I'm picking up parts from a pile of parts that I pick from somebody or a parts car, they're always cracked. I appreciate that, Eddie. Neil, I would like to thank you for the live videos and a nice community. Guys, that's what it's all about right there. We got a good Foxbody community. I've always been hell-bent on helping the community. A lot of my videos, you're not going to see any of my videos see 100,000 views. Well, I got a half dozen of them, but, they're older. The basis of, the channel was budget and how-to. And that's just the way it is. But, I mean, we are doing some racing and some no-prep stuff, so we're bringing different content all over the place. But I do appreciate that, Eddie. Okay, so we got about another minute left, guys. Big shout to Handler Motorsports, $50 gift certificate to Larry Tonini. Haha, got it. He's also a club member. Guys, check out that join button below if you're not already a club member. Big shout to the guys in green. Once again, it's in my chat, in live chat. I do appreciate you guys. I will see you in the members blog and such this week. That white Mustang isn't budget anymore. What you talking about, man? I got an A9L in there. A9L, I got the factory harnesses. I'm running around in an MSD blaster from AutoZone. I got an Excel distributor with like $30 Taylor wires. I got an On3 turbo kit that I chopped up and reinforced. What part of that's not budget? I got a production block 410 that we made into a stroker motor. I mean, because I bought some. Now, I will tell you, because you know, the wheels and the brakes, I get that part. But you know what? Those things are just better pieces for what I do with racing anyway. So, yeah, I mean, I get it. Good night, Adventures with Super Dave. I appreciate you coming into the Super Chat and donating to the channel, my man. Later, War Admiral. See you, Tom. I am also going to make a big shout out to Adventures of Super Dave for the super sticker, $20 super sticker. JK for the $10 super sticker for the channel. NJC Fox, the $5. Appreciating the channel. Appreciate what we do here. D10s, love the content. Keep up the great video, man. I appreciate that. $20 super sticker. Mike Straminsky, big dog. Another $10 super chat. And of course, my man Jason Fields for his $20 super sticker. Guys, I super appreciate all the donations to the channel. It helps me to do, you know, things on the channel and go to events to meet everybody. So, guys, I super appreciate that. And I appreciate everybody who has donated to the channel tonight. So, anyways, stay tuned. We got brake video. We got mass cylinder video. I got the 1 minute and 27-second video that shows some of the clearancing that you guys may not have seen in the short. We got a video from Foxtoberfest. I got all kind of stuff I can put up. Yeah, we got a no prep race this weekend. We'll be getting ready for that. I got a lot of things going on, man. So we are planning on updating the 387 video when we get the cam in it, and we're going to start the assembly soon. We did promise before we take Dad's car apart to do the GT40 comparison. Somebody asked me about that in chat recently, so want to tell you guys that we're still going to do that GT40 comparison. That'll be one of the videos that we do before it snows, so it is coming very soon. So outside of that, guys, I appreciate everybody for joining me tonight. Shout out to my sponsors. Thank you, Handler Motorsports, for the gift certificate. I will see you guys soon this week in a video. Thanks for watching.